It's a little long, so please watch it. If you find any value in this, like and subscribe. It'll help get this seen by more Canadians. The scariest words I ever heard the former President of the United States, Orange Jesus, say were the words manifest destiny. I didn't believe him smart enough to know what they meant. And then I realized that he did know. Manifest destiny refers to an old American idea that the USA, being the greatest country in the world, had the God-given right to have all of North America as their own. Early in his administration, during his little border tantrum with Mexico, he rolled tanks not only at Mexico, but at the Canadian border as well. I think we may have been fortunate that cooler, saner minds managed to convince old Fisher-Price to turn those tanks around. Then he decided that it might be an idea to terminate the United States' role in NATO, the treaty organization which prevents member nations from invading one another. This would leave the door open to the possibility of naked aggression against their northern neighbor. I hate to sound all conspiracy theory, but if the sky's falling, don't you want to know? Why might he want to swallow Canada? Well, we have the resources that the U.S. desperately needs. Clean water, arable land, lumber, fisheries, power generation, and most importantly, the oil sands with enough power to keep the cars rolling in Trumptopia for generations. Why buy it when you can just take it? It's good business. Jump ahead to 2021. We have Ted Cruz, his flunky, donating money and encouraging donations to our Freedom Convoy and throwing a hissy fit when the pipeline for those donations is closed. The CIA has a long, well-documented history of funding useful idiots with boatloads of cash to destabilize economies and governments that they want to influence. Is it possible that this is happening in our own Western conservative provinces? Appealing to the radical religious right-wing conservatives, federally as well as provincially? I wonder. For the last 2 terms in Ontario, we've had a conservative government under the leadership of Doug Ford. A government who did not decry the convoy, I think in fear of upsetting his radical overlords. A government pretty much handed to him by the actions of the Liberal Party during their reign. A lot of folks didn't vote, since no one could stomach voting for the Liberals after their scandalous performance. So Doug got in with an easy majority and started working on systematically starving our healthcare sector and our education sector. Conservatives love uneducated people, those without critical thinking skills. This has been proven time and time again by the Republicans south of the border. From their Christo-fascist policies overturning established laws and rights, stacking of the courts with Republican judges, just the quality of the representatives that they elect, and the outright lies that they sell over and over and over. And now in 2023, they're at the point of removing books from schools. It's got to be terrifying to live in a red state. You have my sympathies. Now it would seem that they're getting ready to attempt a bloodless coup in Canada's conservative provinces. Our public healthcare systems, in the most recent reports for Ontario, were underfunded by $5 billion and education by $1 billion. It's 2023 now and he's still underfunding healthcare. He's withholding our tax dollars. Dollars that were collected, to fund our public health care. Shame on you, Mr. Ford. We elected you as a steward of our province, not a king. We expected you to act in the best interests of the people of this province. This, sir, you have not done. You lied about developing the Greenbelt, and you're lying now about the causes and the solution to the healthcare mess that you created. Rather than spend the money already collected and earmarked for public health, which, had it been properly allocated, would have avoided any kind of crisis. Your solution is to allow private, for-profit, American-style clinics access to those funds in the form of profits, away from the system that they were intended to fund for all Ontarians, and shovel it into the pockets of your corporate friends, masters, and overlords. How long will it be before your open for business policy allows for the entrance of Americanized healthcare insurance companies and HMOs? How long to allow for deductibles to be approved for accessing healthcare in private clinics? How long before businesses start offering enhanced healthcare as benefits to their employees, chaining them with the fear of losing even poor health insurance, using it as an excuse to pay lower wages and raises because, well, healthcare is expensive, you know? If you have any faith in your convictions and your policies, put it to a referendum. Let the people who elected you decide where we want our money spent. I don't think you have the integrity or the courage to do that. No one would be happier to be proven wrong than me. I fear the U.S. will take us without firing a shot. History will hold you and your conservative parties, both federal and provincial, as well as your supporters, to blame. I encourage all of you who made it this far to resist these changes wholeheartedly. Demonstrate if you have a chance, if you're able. Strike if a strike is called. Any pay that you lose on a strike, it's going to be a lot cheaper in your next operation. Promise you. We may only have one chance to stop these incursions. Think about what's been said here. And if it makes sense to you, act on it, and act soon. Get out and vote in the next election. And vote for your own best interests. Thank you very much for your time.